to another World of Tanks replay from the Noob Blade. We have a couple of clips to show today, and the first one is me, Jeevis, battling alongside Aruni in SU-122-44s, and I just skipped most of the first part of the battle out because it was a little boring. We were just doing Overwatch and camping on the ridge, and now everything is underway. We decided we'd run down because the IS on our team had made it all the way over without getting spotted and shot at by much other than that scout that just bought the big one. So we figured it would be relatively safe to get over here, and I guess to be honest we were also pretty bored. Camping's not really my style, nor is it Aaron's, to be fair, so especially in these things as well, like if you aren't spotting and getting long range shots off, you might as well go up the guts and just get amongst it, really. And so we're slowly crawling our way up the ridge. We know we're pretty safe from the Stur Emil and whatever else is that's over that side. So it's just a matter of can we get around there and help out the IS, and no, we can't get up there quick enough. And what we decide to do at this point is we decide that there's a good chance that we're still spotted and they'll go invisible, and they just did. So we're going to go the long way around, and hopefully the long way around we'll be able to spot them before they spot us. And as you can see, the J Panther, I think it is, isn't able to spot us at the moment. I have 6th sense, and that would be going off if he had spotted us. So we're going to be able to get all the way around this little ridge line, undercover the whole way. What we're not anticipating doing this, taking all this time, is that our team up the north are going to struggle as much as they do. But as you'll see, that quickly the game turns against our team pretty badly, and things begin to look a little desperate, really. I think what had happened up the north, and that's why the map's flashing, is that basically the cluster of heavies and mediums that were up that way got flanked, and the SU-152 wasn't able to get down there and help them out quick enough, pretty much. So we're now already down 4-7. I think we'll lose a few more before the day's done. 4-8. 4-9. So at this point, Aruni and I were thinking, well, I guess this whole manoeuvre was a waste of time and the team's pretty much stuffed now, so what can we do to get a decent battle up for ourselves at least? Well, maybe we can pick up a kill, maybe we get a bit of damage before the team loses. I was, to be honest, expecting that they would cap out. We're spotting artillery now, but don't manage to get a shot off on him, but Aruni manages to kill off the donkey, or the mule, and now we kind of just have to get things moving as fast as we can, because if they do start capping, it'll take a wee while for us to get around to a place where we can safely drop shots on them. And there we go, capping already. Sort of expected the VK to be around here, but he wasn't. But we're just going to go, I guess, a little bit YOLO maybe, and just try and get what damage we can. Here's the J Panther. I wasn't expecting him to be coming back up the hill, but I managed to bounce him, and he suffers the wrath of my gun. Aruni goes in on the J Panther while I try and get a shot off on the IS. And the J Panther goes down. I decide I'll go in close on the cap at this point, because obviously that big pimple on the sort of the left hand side of that cap that you can see there, it's really hard for us to actually stop the cap without getting close anyway. And one of us had to go in, so I figured I would. I had a little bit more health than Aruni at the time, though I did just get my beans from the AMX CLC biz. And now we're also going to be vulnerable from the artillery. To the right, there's the two heavies there. So Aruni and I are working really well as a team at the moment. We're covering each other really good. I'm keeping spots up where I can. I'm fighting all the stuff in close that I have to. He's struggling with a scout at the moment, but I'm a bit worried about this IS. So it's sort of a bit of a tricky situation. Can I kill the IS and get back and help Aruni in time? IS dead. And now we're down to a Hellcat, Aruni and I wasn't able to save Aruni from the AMX. He goes down. And now we're in a really tricky situation because whilst the Hellcats should be full health, and I've got a reasonable amount of health, we've both got good guns, there's one scout who's really mobile and agile, albeit with a rear-mounted turret that doesn't turn the whole way around, and artillery who's been able to get pretty close to splashing us a few times already. And I didn't know how we were going to get away with this, to be honest. I figured we had to go together, the Hellcat and I, but it's a bit hard to communicate with the Hellcat and go for it at the same time. Take a first shot at the AMX and just absolutely whiff on it. Decide I'll try and ram him, but I do a little bit of damage, but not as much as I was expecting. I'm going auto aim here just so I can try and concentrate on driving, because the situations like this is really hard. I've got a pretty good traverse, and I whiff another shot. Pretty good traverse, but it's still hard to do both things at once. As you can see, the AMX with that rear-mounted turret isn't quite able to get easy shots on us. He bounces off the back of me, try to reverse ram him, and then this, and then oh, what happened there? Oh, Hummel. Oh, it amused me at the time and amuses me now. I guess the Hummel had to take a shot at something to try and help the AMX out, but to be honest, probably should have gone for the Hellcat in that one. But what do you do in a battle like that? You just got to take the shots you can. Clearly took a shot and it was a bad one, and gives us the win, which is quite nice. Both Rooney and I think we come up with 3 kills each, which is nice, and I think pretty much we really carry for the team in this battle, and the Hellcat's just going to finish off the Hummel. But that's basically the end of the battle, so we'll skip through now to the end plate. Okay, so pick up 40,739 silver, 4,004 XP, and the lucky clover there for surviving such a close call with a shot. I was pretty happy about that. And I said that Aruni and I carried, but we should give props to the Hellcat as well, who picked up a decent amount of damage and 3 kills herself. And I also think the SU-152 did some important kills towards the end there, which is cool. And if you care for the details, pause the video here and watch this before we jump on to the next one. Okay, and we're back with the second replay video. This time it's Aruni, Aruni's recruit, damage report and we're driving tier 6 mediums, and we are bottom tier in the tier 8 battle, which isn't much fun for us. I'm in the T-3485, it's reasonably good. I guess it's just like most of the Russian mediums, it's reasonably good at everything. It's not necessarily going to be the highest DPM, probably not always going to be the beast at bouncing with a turret or anything like that either, but a solid tank all around. But because we're bottom tier, we're actually not going to really get much of note done in this battle. So I only have this in here because I wanted to show how I picked up a fairly rare medal. I think it's called the Lehväslaiho. It's a Finnish tanker whose name I'm no doubt butchering. And it's for killing in a medium tank 2 tanks or tank destroyers that are 2 tiers higher than you. And if you can't tell, well, you can't because the tank names aren't displaying in the replay, but in the opposition team, camping back like donkeys, and I've just skipped forward to show you where they are, is 2 of my most hated tank destroyers, the Lehväslaiho. I hate them because unless the player is actually really good, they'll just camp back like this and then get a lucky kill or 2 at the end because they've got a really big high caliber gun. They're nothing to be feared when they're camping. You want to be scared of the guys who will bring the Borsig forward, because they clearly know how to drive it and they will get a ton of damage and get a ton of kills that they really deserve. These guys have just been camping back and waiting, I guess, for their team to win the battle for them, which is kind of ridiculous when you're in a top tier tank destroyer with a gun as massive as the Borsig. But never to mind, their reluctance to get involved in the battle gives me an opportunity to pick up a medal that I didn't even know existed. Just now that duel with the M4A3E2 is over, which was a bit hard for me to pin, I'm just going to go in all YOLO. We're up 10-7, we should probably win. These guys are all low health anyway. Auto aim on one, get the kill. Ignore the SU-100Y because, I hate the Borsig more, and miss a shot, so ram him to death instead before I get finished off by the 100Y. I was just happy at the time that I'd killed the 2 tier 8 tank destroyers, and yeah, it was totally worth it. But little did I know there was actually a medal to come, which I'll show you in the post-game stats. And there we go. I lost money because I was firing premium at the M4A3E2, but picked up a decent amount of experience in the Lehväslaiho's medal. Lehväslaihos? I wish I could say Finnish surnames with more accuracy. Yeah, I didn't even know it existed, so I was pretty happy to see it pop up at the end of the battle. Particularly when it was a battle where we didn't really do a whole lot of anything else. But thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.